Peter eyed the happy 16th birthday banner hanging limply in the living room. 16. It felt huge, like stepping onto a pirate ship sailing to an unknown island. He imagined himself at the helm steering his life. His mum bustled around, her face a mixture of excitement and something else. Sadness? He couldn't quite place it. Almost a man, she sighed, adjusting the banner for the 10th time. Peter shifted uncomfortably. He knew his mum wasn't quite ready for him to be a man. She still treated him like he was 10, constantly fussing over him. He loved her, he really did, but sometimes he just wanted her to let go. "Don't worry, Mom," he mumbled, trying to lighten the mood. "I'll still be your little boy." Her eyes welled up. He instantly regretted his words. Later that night, Peter woke to hushed voices. He peeked out his door. His mum was hunched over her phone, an unfamiliar app open. It displayed a picture of him, a slider beneath it. 5 years should be good, she muttered, her finger hovering over the slider. Before Peter could comprehend, she hit the button. A blue light engulfed his phone's photo. He felt a tingling sensation, like 1,000 ants crawling under his skin. He stumbled back into his room, his stomach churning with a fear he couldn't name. He felt so sleepy and barely made it to his bed. He woke up feeling different, smaller. His body looked vastly different. He ran to the mirror, his reflection confirming his worst fears. Staring back at him was his 5-year-old self. Panic seized him. He tried to scream, but only a childish whimper escaped his lips. His mum entered, her face beaming with a disturbing joy. "Bath time, sweetie," she chirped, scooping him up before he could protest. The bath was humiliation personified. His mum scrubbed him, her touch no longer comforting but invasive. He, a 16-year-old trapped in a child's body, could only watch in horror. Being around his classmates was torture. His classmates now towering over him. They would stare and whisper. The girls who once giggled at his jokes now teased him. "Look, it's Peter Pan," sneered Rachel, now tasked with babysitting him after school. "Still needs his mummy to wipe his nose." Peter bit his lip, fighting back tears of frustration and shame as he was naked in front of her before his normal evening bath. He was trapped, a prisoner in his own life, his voice silenced, his pleas for help drowned out by his mother's misguided love. As if his situation wasn't bizarre enough, things took an even stranger turn. His mom, obsessed with their second childhood, had used the app on herself. She was now a younger, more vibrant version of herself. One afternoon, Peter walked in on her using a breast pump to extract milk from her nipple. A chilling realization hit him. His mother wasn't just pretending. Her body was actually producing breast milk now. He backed out of the room slowly, a cold dread settling in his stomach. This wasn't a game. His mother was losing herself in a delusion, dragging him down with her. The app, it seemed, had no limits. Peter woke up one day to find himself back in diapers. His mother, now a vision of youthful energy, cooed and babbled, changing him with disturbing glee. He was a prisoner in a padded cell, his mind screaming, his body betraying him. The potty training was the worst, the shame of it all, the indignity of being treated like an infant, when just days ago he dreamt of driving a car, asking a girl to the prom, filled him with a despair he couldn't articulate. He was a puppet, his strings controlled by his mother's distorted love. He yearned for his friends, for a future that now seemed light years away. He daydreamed about escaping, running away, anything to break free from this nightmare. He tried to communicate with his mother, to make her see the damage she was doing, but his words came out as incoherent babbles. She would simply smile and pat his head, oblivious to the turmoil raging within him. He saw the love in her eyes, the genuine belief that she was doing what was best for him. But it was a suffocating love, a love that stifled and controlled, a love that was slowly erasing him. He understood her fear, her reluctance to let him go, but he needed her to understand that letting go was a part of love, that watching him grow and become his own person was the greatest gift she could give him. One day he found his mother hunched over her phone, tears streaming down her face. The app was open, the blue light emanating from the screen casting an eerie glow on her face. Was she having second thoughts, or was she going to make him even younger? Did she finally see the monster she had created, the prison she had built around them? A flicker of hope, fragile yet persistent, ignited in his heart. Maybe, just maybe, it wasn't too late. Was he going to be doomed never to grow up ever again?